Okay, so right now we have Lisa working on vacuuming the bees. And I don't know if you can tell, but there's bees everywhere. These bees are highly aggressive. Most definitely some form of Africanized now that I'm here. Not pure Africanized, because they would have attacked us the moment we showed up. But once you started turning into the hive, they got very aggressive, more aggressive than normal. So these are definitely some strain of Africanized. But look at her, she's right in there doing her thing, not bothered by the bees. So this is exactly why I ask you viewers at home not to try to do this. You never know what kind of hive you're going to run into. Whether it be docile or defensive like this one. So it's probably a good idea that you stay out of this kind of situations. You absolutely know what you're doing and you have all the correct equipment. The bees being inside the honey, because honey is naturally antibacterial.
Okay.
So just like alcohol, it'll kill anything it touches.
Excellent. So that's all the. There really wasn't even any trash in there like we had yesterday.
No, not really. What's happened is that this hive is very small. Doesn't have a whole lot of space for it to expand. So with all the work that these bees have been doing lately, they have filled every single piece of comb with honey, leaving no space for pollen or brood or anywhere for the queen to lay. So had they not eaten this comb out by the end of the summer, these bees would have been in trouble by means of dying because of lack of reproducing and rebuilding up that population. But luckily, because these bees were so hot, most of the bees have stung themselves to death. So the ones that are flying around are the ones that haven't stung us.
Okay.
But if you look at the ground is riddled with dead bees that have already stung us and died.
Yeah, look at that. They're everywhere.
The dead and the dying.
Yep. It's the bee graveyard. Yep. All right, tell me what you were saying, Cameron.
Okay, you can see right here on the back of her legs, you see a little dot of orange. Okay. That is pollen inside the pollen sac. The pollen sac is made up of thousands of little hairs that form a basket that they rake the pollen into to carry back to the hive.
Wow. Never seen
and
that
the bees will take the pollen off their legs and stick it inside the comb.
Neat.
And pack it in there real tight. But the pollen is their protein. So if y'all guys want to go to the vitamin store, get yourself some bee pollen supplements. Mm-hmm. That stuff is really good for you.
Okay. Great. Thanks, Cameron.
Especially for you vegetarians.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Okay, so once we started opening up the hive, we found that it was very aggressive. The hive wasn't very big, but as you can see, we're down here at the ground level, and the bees have already found us and started attacking us again. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to leave anything to chance. Lisa's children are going to be coming home soon in a few hours, so I'm going to try to dispatch as many leftover bees as I can now, and I'll be back later on this evening to take out the ones that are left behind. For those of you at home who are curious about how to do it without chemicals, I would suggest Dawn soap and water, about a 3-to-1 ratio, 1 part soap, 3 parts water. It's the most humane way we know to kill these bees. It kills them in about 2 seconds. Keeps them from breathing through their scales. That'll work out pretty well for you. So we're gonna go ahead and go up there and wrap up today. It was successful. The downside is the level of agitation with these bees. But all in all, we got the job done. So that's 2 hives down.
Yay.